Hello there. My name is Scott Lopez, and I'm going to be taking you through the vertical slice of my game Brainstem. I'm just going to jump right into the action and walk you through the art style and the different key aspects of the game. And starting off with the fact that there are going to be multiple environments that the player will play through. Including an outdoor cityscape style environment in a dystopian future where AI has taken control of humanity, and our hero, Eli Beacon Ryder, is humanity's last hope for freeing humanity from the AI's enslavement. So this first area will also serve as a tutorial for the player where there won't be any enemies, or maybe just a couple of weak ones, where the player can be taught the key or the core mechanics of the game that they start off with, such as the dodge back, the single jump, the basic attacks, and also an arm cannon that will actually stun lock the enemy for a second or two. And there will be additional upgrades that the player can obtain throughout the level, which I will showcase here. So the player starts off by going into this first level, which is the plasma dungeon. There will be plasma-based enemies in here, and there's a rock, paper, scissors-like mechanic where there will be 3 different imbuements throughout the game, and each one has its own strength and weakness. So in this case, the electricity imbuement will be stronger against the plasma enemies. So as you can see here, there's this electricity imbuement upgrade that we can acquire, and then when you press 1 on the keyboard, it will switch to the electricity imbuement. And as you can see on the bottom left here, there's a little indicator for the player to know which imbuement that they currently have equipped. And as well as, I will showcase this part right now too, a little timer down there on the bottom to let the player know when their cannon reloads. So additionally, there's also 3 types of health potions. There's the minor health potion, the major health potion, and the greater health potion, each healing for different amounts. And so the player will start off with a certain amount, and will have to manage their health bar and health potions throughout the levels and the game, and they can replenish them at checkpoints, and possibly be able to pick them up through the levels as well. So the goal is to make it really a strategy-based combat system where the player has to really utilize all their skills and get through the levels before they die and run out of health potions. So we've acquired the electricity imbuement, so we're much stronger against all these enemies, which will be very helpful for us getting through this. As you can see now, we have these turrets that are a little bit too high for the player to reach. And that is because there will be an upgrade coming soon that will help the player get to them. So let's go ahead and get down there. Let's make this run through a little bit quicker. So the player also, once they first jump down, this happens up at the very top as well, they'll notice they can't get back up currently. So let's go ahead and heal up all the way. And so once they get to this sub-basement level, they have to fight their way through. They realize they're stuck down here, so they just have to continue on and face these different enemies down here. Now these ones, I believe, yes, they are reachable, so we'll go ahead and take them out. And there's also going to be another upgrade besides the one that we get down here that will help the player avoid damage as well, and I'll showcase that later. So now that we've gotten through those enemies, you can see there's an upgrade right here, and that is the double jump. So now the player has the ability to double jump, and that will allow the player to get through to the higher levels of the map and get back up here, as you can see. And these upgrades are really exosuit upgrades, as will be explained in the dialogue. So as you can kind of hear the sound effects, they're sort of made to represent the fact that there's that there are exosuit upgrades that the player is actually getting. And it looks like this is, there we go. Okay, so now you can see with the double jump, the player is able to actually reach those turrets and take them out. So that should be rather rewarding for the player to upgrade their character and be able to do more in the game. That's one of the key parts of the key aspects of this game that that I believe will be rewarding for players and will keep them playing, is that they will be upgrading their character throughout the levels and the game, and will be able to feel stronger as they progress. So continuing on here, let's go ahead and explore over here. We've got more enemies. Stun this guy. So as you can see, it's hard to not take damage, so it's really about managing the health bar and taking as little damage as possible so you can get through to the end of the level. And I should have pointed this out before, but I'll do it now. So when I have the normal sword equipped, these guys take 3 hits to kill, and when I have the electrical sword equipped, they take 2 hits. And these guys also take 3 hits instead of 4 with the electricity imbuement equipped. So now, as you can see, the player can get up to this higher level with the double jump, and if they want to go right, they'll immediately notice they can't get through there. So they have to go left, and really be trying to guide the player through obstacles on where they're supposed to go in the level. Perhaps I should have turned down the damage a little bit just for this walkthrough. So the player gets up here and fighting off all these enemies. And there is another upgrade right here, and this is the slide ability upgrade. And so that allows the player to slide, and when the player does slide, they're able to phase through enemies, and it will really help the player survive throughout the level. And then additionally, there is this armor upgrade here, and there was actually another one that we picked up down on the first level, and so the player will be able to upgrade their armor and decrease the damage taken as well. So yeah, so those are the 2 upgrades on this level, and I may potentially later on, when there's multiple levels, move one of those upgrades to a different level so that the player only gets 1 upgrade per level. But we'll see how that goes and in the testing and everything. It would be nice for the player to acquire all of the abilities that they can early on. Additionally, there will be some more obstacles and traps for the player to have to navigate through, and the damage and the combat system will all be fine-tuned and balanced out after testing, which the plan is to do extensive testing with various groups of players to get an idea of the difficulty rating and everything like that. So right now it's just based on what I was able to get through. Now some people may have more skill than me, I'm sure they do, and some may have less. So the idea to put a difficulty rating in the start menu depending on player's skill level is one that I'm also toying around with. So as you can see, we've now reached the end of the level here, and this will take the player eventually to a boss room. Once the boss room and the first boss have been programmed, but for now it just ends the level. So that really does it for the vertical slice, and there will be plenty more to come. And so I hope you enjoyed this little snippet of what I have so far in the game, and thank you so much for watching.